proceed with the reforms in the Muslim community. Uh, we have already learnt about the social reformers from Hindu community. Now, the Muslims in our country, they were neglected by the British after the Great Revolt of 1857, as I have already informed you. Now, the progress of the Muslim community was also neglected by the British. The Hindus, whereas they have got the opportunity to get the Western education, and after getting the education they got the opportunity to work in the government offices. The Muslims, in the Indian Muslims, they were totally neglected. There was no spread of education among them, and naturally because they felt neglected by the British government, they themselves distanced them into their own from the British, and they remained in their own community. So it was for the first time Sir Syed Ahmad Khan who had realized the need for the spread of education amongst the Muslims, and the need for the friendship with the British government for the development of the Muslim community. Since due to all the negligence and the divide and rule policy of the British, the Muslim community were absolutely backward. There was no modernization. So Syed Ahmad Khan, he realized that it was the need for the spread of education and friendliness with the British government that was required for the development of the Muslims in our country. Now, he was a very learned person. He was taught in Oriental education, but he was also learned in English. So he was familiar with the Western education, and he had supported the British during the Great Revolt, and for that reason he had achieved the respect from the British government. And after he became friendly with the British government, he started preaching the idea amongst the Muslims to become friendly, to become close to the British government for the safety and security of the Indian Muslims in the British colonial India. So he set up the friendly relationship. He said that the Muslims were not at all threat towards the British government in India. He convinced the British government that there will be no more rebellion from the Muslim community against the British government in India. And he started spreading modern ideas among the Muslims. He opposed to conservatism. That means he did not support the orthodox, the strictness of culture, and religious strictness also he have not supported. He urged the Muslims in India to opt for Western education, to get themselves acquainted with the Western modern ideas. And then he said that the Muslims should have the knowledge in Quran, the holy book of Islam. They should not neglect the holy book of Islam, and they should be well versed with the doctrines that is given in the Quran. And he appealed to the Muslims not to accept any illogical theories, illogical practices, and he said not to follow the path of ignorance. That means he urged the Muslims to become knowledgeable. And then he stressed that in Quran there is never written anything that English education is not permissible. The Quran never said that English education is prohibited. So all these ideas he had propagated amongst the Muslims in order to make them familiar with the modern westernized ideas, and also urged for the women emancipation, upliftment of the Muslim girls. And he was in favor of spread of education, and he opposed the parda system, polygamy, etc., and the system of talaq. Talaq is the system of verbal divorce. So it was rather very much in practice in the Muslim community. If the husband did not want to carry on with the relationship with the present wife, he could have said talaq 3 times, and the marriage was to be dissolved. So there was no need for them to go to the court of law. But nowadays this has become null and void by the Supreme Court. The system of talaq has been declared banned, and every married couple, if they wanted to get the divorce, they have to appeal to the court of law. So Sayyid Ahmad was also opposed to this system of talaq in Muslim community, and in order to spread the Western education, Sayyid Ahmad Khan took various steps. He established an English school in Gazipur. He set up the Scientific Society in 1864. He published an Urdu journal in order to spread the Western education and reforms in the society, and he helped in the establishment of Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, which is commonly known as Aligarh Muslim College, in 1920. And he established this college, and in 1920 it was converted into Aligarh Muslim University. And it was his ideas that have spread the idea of two nations theory, a theory which would become a large tree in future. Sayyid Ahmad Khan was the first to sow the seed for the separate state for the Indian Muslims, and for the development of the Muslim community. From this Aligarh Muslim College, the movement had begun, which came to be known as Aligarh movement. And the leaders of this Aligarh movement were Chirag Ali, Altaf Hussain Ali, Maulana Sibil Normani, etc. They aimed for showing their loyalty, their faithfulness towards the British. The Aligarh movement was only started for the purpose of showing the Muslim loyalty towards the British in India. So gradually this Aligarh movement took a turn into anti-Hindu or anti-Congress movement. So the Syed Ahmad Khan was the reason. Previously he believed in the unity of the Hindus and Muslims, but gradually he would develop this idea of a separate state for the Hindus and Muslims, because he believed that the Hindus and Muslims were two separate communities. They were separated separated culturally, they were separated religiously, they were separated in food habits, so everything was separated. So for that reason he said that the Indian Muslims need a separate Muslim state where their interest would be safe and secured. So all these ideas of Syed Ahmad would in future lead to the formation of Pakistan.